are live. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sam. I will be your trainer, your coach for today's strength circuits workout. Today we will be doing a mix of some functional full body strength movements along with a little bit of cardio mixed in. Today I will just be using a set of dumbbells. If you have those, you can grab that. If not, you can use kettlebell, weight plates, or any household objects at home. Or if you'd like, then you can do this workout with body weight. Welcome in, guys. For our warm-up and for our workout, be sure you have enough space. Do that area check. Be sure you're not going to hit anyone or anything around you. Also, be sure that you have your water handy as well throughout today's class. By all means, get water breaks as you need it. And remember to listen to your body. If you ever get disconnected from today's workout, just go back to that confirmation email and rejoin it. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. We're going to get into our workout today, our warm-up. So everybody stands on up. We're just going to start by marching in place. So bringing the knees up high, pumping our arms with the opposite knee. Just lightly getting our bodies moving. And remembering to breathe throughout this warm-up. We're going to get that heart rate up. If we'd like to bring this to a jog in place, then we can do that. If not, we can stick with the marching. Here, just picking up the feet slightly off of the ground. And again, pumping the arms. Deep breath. Let's go into some high knees. So bringing the knees up high. Engaging our core. Having that option to just bring the knees into chest for big knee hug. Deep breath, 3, 2, and 1. Spine kicks. Picking the heel towards our glutes. Pumping the arms. Again, having that stationary option of bringing the heel back. Alternating sides. 3, 2, and 1. Next, go to some jumping jacks. So jumping up nice and high. Again, engaging our core. So squeezing our core. Deep breath. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Slowing it down. We're going to go to an elephant stretch. One heel comes out. One foot's nice and flat. Sitting back into our hips. Starting arms back. We're going to scoop the ground to the ceiling. And alternate sides. Big inhale down. Exhale up. Feeling the stretch in the back of our legs and our glutes. Give me one more on each side. Deep breaths. Last one. And stand up tall. We're going to go into some arm circles. Starting back. Deep breaths, opening our chest. Palms facing outwards here. Fingertips up. And let's move forward. Big circles. Stretching out the shoulders, arms, and chest. And upper back. 3, 2, and 1. Take the arm across. Alternate sides. Alrighty, guys. We're going to get into some air squats next. So into that squat position. Feet a bit wider than shoulder width. Sitting back to our heels. Feet stay flat. Give me about 10 to 15 repetitions here. Down and up. Sitting back into our hips. Chest stays open. Core is engaged. Deep breaths. We're inhaling and exhaling up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Give me 3, 2, and last one here. Alrighty, guys, that was our warm-up. Grab some water if you need to. If not, we're going to get into our circuit workout today. I have about movements. Like I said, full body functional strength and a little bit of cardio. If you don't already, I'm gonna turn on my fan because we're gonna get hot, we're gonna get sweaty. Be sure you have your water as well, guys. Alrighty. I hope you guys are ready. We're gonna get into today's workout. Like I said, I'm using these weights. It is not necessary, or use whatever weight that you have available to you. First movement here, we've got a narrow to a wide squat with a calf raise. So just like a normal squat first, we're going to be narrow so that the feet will be directly under our hips. And we're going to squat all the way down. We're going to sit back into our hips. On the way up, calf raise, coming up onto those tippy toes. So we're going narrow, calf raise up, opening that leg to wide, calf raise up. So this will be our sequence for about 40 seconds. Finding our balance in that calf raise. Weight can be at shoulders or on chest or just body weight here. 40 seconds. Hope you guys are ready. First narrow, and let's go. We're sitting back into our hips. Calf raise, tippy toes up. Bit wider, sitting back, tippy toes up, back to narrow. Going at whatever pace your body is comfortable with. Just transitioning from narrow to wide. And that calf raise is optional here. Calf raise, of course, is just going to work the back of our legs and our calves more. And then the squats work the glutes and all parts of the lower body. 10 more seconds. Make sure to keep the chest nice and open. Core is engaged. We should be looking straight in front of us for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, guys, that was our first movement. Next up, we're going to go into a deadlift to a squat jump. So here I'm just going to put one weight in hand. Body weight is also an option. So here we're going to go into a wider deadlift. So feet in that squat position. Holding that weight down, either one or both. We're going to deadlift down, so hinging the hips back. Chest is nice and open. On the way up, go into a goblet squat jump. So this is our sequence here. Having the option to just do a normal squat and not leap. 40 seconds, starting down, and let's go. We're sitting the hips back, nice and controlled. Quicker up into that squat jump. Back into the deadlift. Trying to keep the feet in the same stationary spot. If we'd like to cut out that jump, then just doing that goblet squat is awesome as well. Inhale down, exhale into that squat, guys. Halfway there. Keep the glutes tight. Core engaged. Squeeze the glutes every time we come up. 10 seconds. Slight bend in those knees. In the deadlift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Next up, we've got some single leg action. But we're going to be working the upper body here. So here, I want you guys to try and do a single leg curl to press. So with those dumbbells or that weight, we're going to balance on one leg. If we'd like, then we can put those toes back for extra support, balance support. And we're going to go into a curl to an overhead press. Working on our stability here and our balance and the upper body, of course. So starting planted on that left foot, right foot is hovering, and dropping that foot whenever we need to. We're curling and pressing. Let's go. Elbows close to the torso, pressing straight up to the sky. We're nice and controlled here, focusing on our balance and focusing on those muscles we're working in our upper body with the biceps and the shoulders here. Taking deep breaths, looking at that one object or one spot to hold the balance. Give me 10 seconds. We need to drop the toes. That's awesome as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching over, planted on the right foot. Left foot is hovering or toes. 20 seconds, let's go. Curling up and pressing straight to the ceiling. So same movement here. We're just balancing on that opposite foot. Being sure we're standing up nice and tall, engaging our core. So squeezing the core. Whole body's nice and tight. 10 seconds. You can do it, guys. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Alrighty, next up, we've got about 2 more movements. Next up, we're gonna work more upper body. We're gonna work on our back here. So we're gonna take those dumbbells again into a reverse fly with a row, a bent over row here. So having the feet directly under our hips, we're gonna keep a slight bend in our knees. We're gonna hinge forward like our deadlift. Chest is open, back is nice and flat. Starting with your wrists facing inward, firm grip on that weight. We're taking the weight outwards and bringing it back in. So pressing it out beside us and back to center. When we're center, we're rowing it into chest. So row down into a reverse fly. Keeping our back nice and flat, not making that arch, trying to curl it in to cancel out any arch or any type of bend. So we're going to go into the row to fly, engaging our core, glutes are tight, 40 seconds, and let's go. Rowing the way in, back down, reverse fly. Keeping a slight bend in our elbows and in our knees at all times for circulation. And we should be looking straight down at the ground in front of us so the neck is in line with our spine. Remember to breathe, guys. Deep breaths. You're over halfway there. Squeezing our back. We're working those upper back and lower back muscles. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. All right, guys, one more movement. We're going to go to some mountain climbers. So having the option to put these dumbbells under our shoulders with us and hold on to those dumbbells, or just laying our palms flat. So 40 seconds here, and then we've got a nice water break. So your final 40 seconds, get up into that plank, wrists under our shoulders, body's nice and flat, and let's go. Knee to elbow, either nice and controlled, or we can go a bit quicker and run in place. Choose your option. Either way, core is engaged. We're bracing that core, squeezing the glutes, and looking straight down. Halfway there. Don't drop it, guys. If you need to slow it down, then slow it down. But keep it up for 10 more seconds. Woo! Remember to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, take a seat up. Woo! Get some water and take some deep breaths. We're gonna have a little break. And then we're gonna get back to repeating that whole circuit, but a bit quicker now that we know our movement. So get some water, then we're gonna get back into it. Keep moving even when we're breaking. Nice step back and forth. Deep breath. Get your water. Lowering that heart rate just a bit before we get back into our movement. Alrighty guys, I hope you are ready. We're gonna get back into repeating those 5 movements, starting with the narrow to wide squat. Getting those weights if we'd like to, starting narrow. Then we're going wide. Half raise in between or on the way up is an option. So 40 seconds here. Get into position and let's go. Sitting back into our hips. Half raise up and wider. Sitting back, tippy toes up. Remembering to breathe here. Big inhale as we sit back. Exhale into that calf raise. Over or about halfway there. Nice and controlled. Finding the balance. And working the lower body and our glutes here. 10 more seconds. Chest is nice and open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Next up, we're going back into that deadlift to a goblet squat or goblet squat jump here. So into that wide deadlift stand, so about a squat stand. First, holding the weight down into the deadlift and goblet squat. 40 seconds. And let's go. We're sitting the hips back. Nice and controlled down. Quicker back up into that goblet squat. Jump is optional. Squeezing our glutes every time we come up. Working the back of our legs, the hamstrings and glutes, and the quads and calves as well. Halfway there. Deep breaths, guys. Woo! Control it down, chest is open. And sitting back into the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finish your rep out. Awesome job, guys. Woo! I feel it in my glutes and legs. Next up, we're going to do some upper body, starting with that single leg curl to press. So having the option here to just stand on both legs, bring those toes back, or hover that foot completely. So whichever option you're comfortable with. But elbows stay nice and close. 20 seconds on this one side, and let's go. We're curling and pressing straight up to the ceiling. Finding our balance. We're looking at that fixed object. Focusing on our bodies, controlling our movements. We're nice and steady. Working the biceps here and the shoulders. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Up and down. Switching to that right foot, nice and flat. 20 seconds. Let's go, guys. You can do it. I know this is challenging, but I know you guys can do it. Even on both of our feet, it's still challenging. and you can still do it. Choose your option, guys. Listen to your body. 10 seconds left. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Control the weight down. Alrighty, guys, next up we're gonna go into that fly to row, to the bent over row. So feet are directly under our hips, keeping a slight bend in our knees and slight bend in our elbows. Back is nice and flat. We're tucking the hips inwards and squeezing our glutes nice and tight. Chest stays open, 40 seconds. And let's go. Out with the fly and in with the row. Back stays nice and flat. Squeezing our back muscles up in the fly and in that row. Hold it and squeeze. We're controlling that weight, engaging our core and looking straight down in front of us so our neck is in line with our spine. 10 more seconds. Remember to breathe. Feet stay nice and flat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Woo! 1 more movement here, and then we're gonna cool it down, guys. Wrists underneath of the shoulders, either with the dumbbells or palms are flat. Mountain climbers, 40 seconds. Give me all you've got, guys. We've got the cool down after this. 40 seconds, get to that plank, and let's go. Either running in place, bringing knee towards the elbow, or we can be nice and controlled. Whichever option, do not stop it. Keep it going. You're about halfway there. Remember to breathe. Back is flat, core is tight. Deep breath. 10 more seconds. Give me all you've got. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Woo! How are we feeling, guys? We feeling good? Get some water. Take some deep breaths. Woo! We're just gonna cool it down now. So a nice long cool down. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna start lowering that heart rate, stretching out those muscles. Let's start by standing up nice and tall in that mountain pose. We're gonna inhale up to the ceiling and exhale down. Lengthening our core and our torso. Taking deep breaths. Last one. And down. Next up, opening up the legs a bit wider. We're going to sit back, leaning the torso forward. And we're just going to let our arms and our upper extremities just hang and dangle. Loosening up the back, the arms. Just relaxing our bodies here. We're going to take one arm back and rotate that dangling arm using the littlest amount of force and just let it hang and do its own thing. And we're going to switch to counterclockwise, doing the same thing. Going on to the opposite arm, we're going to let it hang and rotate. And switching direction. Just letting it dangle. And whenever we're ready, sitting back up, we're going to bring the feet back together. We're going to reach towards our toes, feeling the stretch in the back of the legs and hamstrings. We're going to rotate to one side, feeling that side stretch, and rotate to the opposite side. Back to center. We're going to sit back onto the ground. Sitting up nice and tall, feet out in front of us. We're going to open up the legs. And first reach to one side. Feeling that stretch in the inner thigh and the low back inside. And switching to the opposite side. Feeling the same stretch in the opposite leg and the opposite low back and side. Back to center. Legs come together. We're going to cross one leg over the other. Elbow comes to the knee. And we're going to twist. Feeling the stretch in the hips and upper back. Rolling off the wrist if you'd like to. And back to center. We're going to go to the opposite side. Elbow to knee. And we're going to cross over. Rolling off the wrist if you'd like to. Next up, we're going to do a glute stretch. So crossing the heel crossing the heel over the ankle or the knee, By laying the other foot flat, we're going to sit up and bringing the hips towards that opposite heel. Feeling the stretch in our glute, straightening out the leg, and switching sides. Heel comes across the knee, and we're up, leaning into the ground towards the heel. And coming back down. Last, we're going to flip over onto our stomachs. Having our hands about shoulder width apart or a bit wider. We're going to press the fingertips down and extend the arms up into a cobra. So laying the feet flat, opening up our chest. Feeling the stretch in our core and our stomach. And lastly, we're going to sit back into our hips, open up our knees a bit wider, and crawling the fingertips out in front of us, coming into a child's pose, stretching out the shoulders and the hips here, remembering to take deep breaths, relaxing our mind and our bodies, taking this time to reflect on today's workout, and of course being proud of yourself for getting through it, thinking about the things that you're grateful for, and relieving some stress here, preparing ourselves for this week. And whenever we're ready, we can sit back up, crisscross applesauce. And that is all I have for you guys this evening. I really hope you enjoyed today's Strength Circuits class. My name is Sam again. I will be here every Monday and Wednesday for this Strength Circuits class, and every Tuesday and Thursday for my Guts and Butts class. Also, please join me in the studio with my in-person Strength Circuits class, which is every Monday. So today at 1:15, so in 15 minutes. So if you'd like to do that instead of virtual, then please come out to that. It's a lot more personal, and I think a lot more fun to do them in person if you can. If not, stick with virtual. Those are awesome as well. But other than that, like I said, I hope you guys have an awesome Monday, an awesome rest of your week. If I don't see you again, stay happy, stay healthy, drink some water, and be grateful, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.